Are you all ready?
Oh, look.
Hi guys, welcome to
Breaking news. Oh, we're not anchors.
I have a tiny slip of paper.
What more of a receipt?
What makes you think I'm reading the news?
I am.
What if it was like this? Maybe. Okay. So breaking news, we have a top 10 list.
Oh my god, comic book movie top 10 list. Nailed it.
I'm very proud of you. But yes, since we're in the spirit of comic book movies being revealed, I thought we should give our top 10
Murder
list.
Zach.
Before we murder Zach, give our top 10 list of our favorite comic book movies.
Yes. And
So how do you want to do this?
what I was gonna... Why don't we never discuss this?
You're just going to throw out the script. So I'll let you talk.
Script? What script? Don't look at my list!
You looked at mine!
Okay, what I was gonna say was, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move this way.
Okay.
You're gonna move that way.
Alright.
We're gonna move that whole inch right there. Okay, and right here, we're gonna have the list.
Just right down here.
Just right here.
20 things.
No.
What do you mean?
You're 10, and then I'm gonna go, and then my
Oh, so I'm going to go first.
Yes.
I thought we were going to do like our 10s and then our you and see which is better.
No.
I like that better.
Well, I figure then
Well, we'll go 10, 10, 9, 9, all that. Or I'll read 10 through 6 and then you'll do 10 through 6.
Okay.
I will do that. So, I will go first because I'm the oldest.
And the ugliest. Age before beauty.
Okay. All right, so my number 10 is the better vampire killer, Blade.
Lincoln.
Blade Lincoln? Really?
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer.
All right. No, I'm talking about one of the better vampire movies ever made. They picked the perfect guy to play Blade in Wesley Snipes.
Denzel Washington.
And he kills Harvey Bullock in the episode.
Does he?
Yeah, Donald Logue is in the movie. He plays.
You said the episode.
Well, yeah, he kills him in the movie. Yeah, he kills Harvey from Gotham in the episode. The movie. And then
You're good at this.
so we forgot to list the rules of this episode. One movie per franchise. 2 has to be live action, and that's it.
3. Fuck you, Zach.
Okay. Number 9 is Kick-Ass. I think this was one of the first rated R superhero movies. One of the funniest superhero movies I've ever watched. I don't know what else to say about it.
Perfect.
But you also have a star-making performance in Chloe Grace Moretz as Hit Girl, and Kick-Ass wasn't bad. And then they had a lot of good people in the movie. Number 8 is one of my all-time favorite movies of all time. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
One of my all-time favorite movies of all time.
Of all time. I think this is just... Edgar Wright was perfect director for this movie. Michael Cera, I know we bash on all the time, but he was great in this movie as well. He played a sarcastic asshole like us. And it looks like a video game and a comic book books together, and I thought it was perfect. And number 7, I have Spider-Man 2, not that piece of shit Amazing Spider-Man 2.
That's the one with Dr. Octopus.
Which is one of the best villains, superhero
Portrayed.
villains on film ever. It was just... it was a heartbreaking movie. Spider-Man decides not to be Spider-Man during the movie, and he regains his power. Well, he actually loses his powers at one point in the movie. He can't do the web anymore.
Well, considering they did that whole web wrong.
He's supposed to have the web shooter or whatever.
Yes.
But we're not going to get into that. I thought it's one of the finest Spider-Man... It's probably the best Spider-Man movie they ever made. And then at number 6, my final pick for 10 through 6 is the Avengers movie.
Avengers Assemble.
Avengers Assemble. Perfect combination of bringing all these superheroes together. And Marvel's planning for up to that movie, beginning with Iron Man and ending with the Avengers, leading up to Marvel Phase 2. Yes, that's my number 6 pick. What is your... I will look this way for the camera. You face this way and give your 10 through 6. And we'll put it in the middle of the episode. What is your number 10?
I have bullet points.
Okay, but number 10.
Number 10, hang on. I don't have mine in order.
I do.
Mine are numbered, though. Number 10, The Watchmen.
Ugh. I did not like this movie.
Alright, well, no
Well,
one
you
has
can
your
talk.
opinion.
You can talk about it, guys.
The Watchmen is a movie of a group of ragtag heroes that aren't heroes anymore and then become heroes again. One has a giant blue dick.
Okay.
Did I sum up the movie?
Yeah, you summed it up pretty well. I think that was... you're missing a little things, but I think you summed it up
No, it was pretty big. It was pretty big.
big.
It wasn't a little thing.
Number 9.
Number 9, TMNT. I couldn't decide.
Wait. TMNT is actually the animated movie.
Sorry, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It's from the 90s. Yes. I agree. It's a good movie.
I couldn't decide whether the first or second one. Only
I would have
because-
picked the second one.
Only
but-
because in the second one you have Vanilla Ice doing the
Ninja Rap.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That was perfect. But Tia, that's a good movie. I agree with that pick.
Number 8. Zach's gonna groan again. Man of Steel.
Ah, that movie's terrible. I hate that movie.
Hey, internet, shut up!
It's not just the internet. It is the entire internet. It's divided. A lot of people do not like that movie. I'm one of those people.
It's the story of Superman, how he got his powers again.
It was better than Superman Returns. I'll
Yes.
give you that, but not by that much.
Number 7. Kick-Ass 2.
Oh, we have different reviews. I like Kick-Ass 1 better.
Well, this one had Jim Carrey, so...
That's true. I love Jim Carrey.
That,
but
already puts it above the
It
first
didn't
one.
put it up on for me. I think it's a better origin story.
And my number 6...
I'll counter Jim Carrey with Nicolas Cage as Batman.
Oh!
As Batman.
You have Jim Carrey as Captain America! And Donald Faison!
Come on. Nick Cage at his best.
Donald Faison.
When he's getting burnt, he's like, "Hey girl, come on!" And he's
He
singing.
starts- he's singing.
It's the best. I love Nick Cage.
And my number 6... Thor. The first one.
I think it was in the Dark World, but yeah, Thor. It's a great movie. They took a risk on that one.
That's the story of Thor.
Subversive explanation. Good.
Alright, so what did you want to argue about on my list? Aside from everything.
everything.
Look at my list.
So we'll do point
Read
by
the
point.
list. It's right here.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna just go down mine. You can argue with one you want. 10 Blade. Do you have any gripes against that movie?
I thought it was a good movie.
But you okay.
The first one.
Okay, first, that's what I have.
Second one and third one.
Second one was actually not bad.
Third one.
Third one was terrible.
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds and Triple H. Yes. And then number 9, Kick-Ass. Any problem?
I still think the second one's better.
I Nick Cage. Whatever.
We already had that argument, so we're good on that.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Why am I still facing that one?
No.
Last.
Go ahead. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Very well done movie. I don't think it should be in the top 10.
Ooh, okay.
Plus, I don't like Michael Cera.
He was good in this movie though. You gotta admit that. Number 7, Spider-Man 2.
I love the movie. It's just Spider-Man 1 is better.
Really?
It's got Macho Man.
It does have much. But you have a better villain in
Macho
Dr.
Man.
Octopus. You had William Dafoe in the first.
Man, Spider.
Listen,
what are you doing?
that one part does not make it the best Spider-Man movie. But listen. You had William Dafoe being
peace.
William Dafoe. Just that's it.
That's all you need him to be.
I needed a better villain, even though he's a great green guy.
Oh yeah, amazing.
And then number 6, Avengers. I don't think you can argue with Avengers.
I have Avengers higher on my list.
Yeah, you do, but I have 5 movies that I think are
Yes.
better films.
So I mean, all in all,
Well,
wait.
read your attempt.
Okay.
So number 10.
The Watchmen.
I hated that movie. I like Zack Snyder. I think he made a great Dawn of the Dead remake and 300, but everything after that I don't really like. Man of Steel he made I didn't like, and then
That's on my list,
I didn't
too.
really like that either. I know that is. Number 9. Go ahead.
Number 9. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I have no problems with that. I love that movie so much. I love it so much.
Number 8. Man of Steel.
God, stop! I can't. You remember we coming out of the movie and I couldn't stand it.
It was funny because it was basically the two people that you expect to come out of the movie theaters. I'm like, oh my god, the movie was great.
And I'm just like, I fucking hate
You're
it.
like, ugh, I hate life. I hate
Same thing would happen with Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
You loved Amazing Spider-Man 2. I hated the piece of shit.
Number 7. Kick-Ass 2.
I love the movie too. I just like Kick-Ass better.
Okay. And number 6. Thor.
I have no problems with that. I think
Do you think Thor ever gets Thor?
they picked a great person in Chris Hemsworth. Triple H was actually supposed to be Thor at one point,
Yeah.
but I'm glad they picked Chris Hemsworth.
All right.
So we'll go number 5 through 2, and then our number 1s we'll just argue which is the better film. So for number 5, I have
You gonna look at your list or no?
it's right here. I have my list here. Number 5, I have Iron Man. I think
Iron Man.
Iron Man, Aaron Man. I just think Robert Downey Jr. just epitomizes what a good casting call should be. Jon Favreau is the director, who was actually in Elf, and actually directed Elf.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in this movie as well. He plays his driver. What's his name?
Jeeves.
Not Jeeves. It's the fat guy. Whatever. Yeah, he's in the movie, but he directed the movie as well. At number 4, I have X-Men Days of Futures Past.
That just came out this year.
Oh my god.
Outstanding movie.
Such a good movie. Best X-Men movie ever made, in my opinion. But just going into the past, having everybody come together into one good movie, and then finally taking out X-Men Origins Wolverine and X3 that never happened, and just rebooting everything. Bryan Singer, you're fantastic. I think it's Bryan Singer.
Yeah.
Directed all these great movies. Oh, Brett Ratner directed X-Men 3, which was terrible. But yeah, all these great movies. have been rebooted, and we got two great X-Men movies, X-Men First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past, which are by far the best X-Men movies. So yeah, that's my fourth pick. Number 3 is Captain America 2, which also came out this year.
Yes.
Which Marvel's on a roll right now with how good their movies are.
Yes.
And before my number 2 pick came out, I regarded this as their best Marvel movie. I think Captain America, I didn't like the first one, but this one, it just took the stakes higher. You have one of the better villains in The Winter Soldier.
Bucky Barnes.
And you have the introduction of Falcon, which I thought was great. Black Widow is so good in this movie. Chris Evans is perfect as Captain America. I can't imagine anybody else playing him. And the story is amazing. And now he's looking for Bucky again, who is the Winter Soldier. And number 2, mine is Guardians of the Galaxy, which I think is the perfect comic book movie. Comic book movie. It's funny. It's
action-packed.
It doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's just an awesome cast. Batista, who I didn't think was going to be great, was fantastic in the movie. Stole the show, and then Rocket Raccoon stole the show. Groot stole the show. Everybody was amazing.
Not
in
everyone
this
can
film.
steal the shows.
Everyone stole the show, and the ending had me in stitches. I think
The
it's
baby Groot.
that part, and then how they defeat Ronan, the Accuser.
Oh.
By dancing. That is the best part about that movie. Chris Pratt was fantastic also
Yes.
as Star-Lord. And that's my 5 through 2.
All right.
So what's your number 5?
Number 5, The Dark Knight Rises.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I actually really love that movie. It was just...
You prefer that over The Dark Knight. I cannot
Yes.
believe that. Oh my god.
You don't know that. Maybe that's on my list.
I told you, one film per franchise.
Damn it, I forgot about that rule.
Breaking the rules already.
I gotta
goddamn.
change my rule.
Alright, so explain why you love the movie.
Just Bane, Tom Hardy as Bane was outstanding.
Okay.
It was like, just, they brought back some old villains with the Scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
They brought in Talia al Ghul.
Well, they didn't bring her back, but she was...
I said they brought her in.
Yeah.
I like the movie.
I'll make my points why I
Yes.
disagree with that one, but go ahead. Number 4?
Number 4,
Yeah.
The Avengers Assemble. Zach said it.
Yeah.
I put it higher on my or lower, higher.
Well, higher on your list. It'd be lower would be 10 through 6. Keep it low.
It's a confusing list.
Yeah, higher on your list.
Zach already said everything.
Yeah.
Now my 3 and 2, it's just funny.
Is it just mine?
No.
Oh, what?
My 3 is Guardians. My
Yeah.
2 is Captain America 2.
It's just reversed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For all the same
All the same reasons.
They're
Yeah, I
outstanding
can't
movies.
argue with that. So we'll go on our list. I don't think you have. Do you have anything to argue with me about? Iron Man, X-Men: Days of Future Past.
I don't think Iron Man. That's why I put. If I were gonna have Iron Man on my list, I'd put it higher.
Okay.
Because just
lower,
lower.
please, yeah.
Just for the fact that the Avengers Assemble, it has that great Captain America aspect, the Hulk aspect.
Oh, it brought them all
it
together.
has
yeah.
everything
I just think
that each
as
movie didn't have.
the Avengers, I love the movie. I just think it was. I thought Iron Man was more of a better movie because it was like I like darker movies, even though I have Guardians so high on my list as number 2.
Oh, so you like Tyler Perry?
No, I do not like Tyler Perry. That's another video for another day.
I'm
I just think
sorry,
Iron
everyone.
Man is just by himself because nobody. This is the first good Marvel movie since I don't even know. It was the first good Marvel movie, and it just surprised the hell out of me. And
Surprised the hell out of everyone.
Robert Downey Jr. I think was perfect casting, and yeah, it's just history now. But
Okay.
yeah, anything else you have to argue with me?
And then the 3 and 2,
4 Days of Future Past.
love the movie.
Okay.
It was outstanding.
So, what's your number 5 again?
My number 5 was
The Dark Knight Rises, right?
Yes. Make it short.
Okay.
Make it short.
The only reason I didn't like the movie, actually 2 reasons: plot holes, biggest plot holes in the entire universe. How does Batman get back to?
We've been
Gotham?
over this.
And how does he set up the entire
We've been over this.
plot convenience?
That's who set it up.
And then the second one, Bane is not actually a badass villain by the end of the movie. Talia is
Still
basically the
badass villain.
He's great up until the last third of the
When
movie.
he's holding up the other half of Batman's mask,
That's great. But when you find out that Talia was the entire thing, was the reason everything was happening, and then she gets killed by the cannon out of nowhere.
one thing I did not like about the movie.
Plot convenience.
No, I love the plot convenience. At the end of the movie, Joseph Gordon-Levitt goes to the room and
Oh
she's
God.
like, "I don't know why you don't use your real name,
Robin.
Robin." And then she looks at the camera and she's like,
Wait. Let me give you that.
and everyone's like, "You shut your."
All right. So Dark Knight Rises number 4 was.
Number 4 was the Avengers,
Don't have any problems with that.
and
Just
then
have it all high- on the
Galaxy
list.
and
And Captain America.
yes.
Yes. Okay. So we'll each read off our number ones.
Yep.
Not at the same time though.
All right,
But,
ready? You said not at the same time.
But then we'll argue and we'll let the fans decide what's the better movie or their list, whatever
Yeah.
they want to do. So I'll go first since I was doing it. The Dark Knight. I just think it's not just the greatest comic book movie, but one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yes.
I just think.
And I can understand
Heath
that.
Ledger. I just don't know why you put Dark Knight Rises over this movie. Heath Ledger was phenomenal.
Because Heath Ledger died.
Not just because he died.
He died.
He did die.
He died making this movie.
No.
That's why it doesn't deserve it.
No, it's just
We lost an actor.
I didn't know it was Heath
He
Ledger
had gay butt sex in a movie.
with Jake Gyllenhaal.
It was a great movie.
Yeah. But I didn't know it was Jake.
Brokeback Mountain, by the way. Just-
I didn't know it was Heath Ledger. That's how good the performance is.
Oh, yeah.
When you don't know somebody's playing a role, that's when you know it transcends film and everything. Christian Bale,
My balls dropped.
best Batman they've ever had, even with the voice. I'm not wearing hockey pads. Whatever.
That was a great scene.
Michael Caine as
What makes you
Alfred.
different from us? I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Michael Caine, Two-Face was perfect. He even though he gets overshadowed by Heath Ledger, Aaron Eckhart gives one of the best performances as Toothface. Even though Toothface. And yeah, I have no gripes. This movie is my favorite movie of all time. I love this movie to death, and I knew it was gonna be my number one when I first started this.
Yeah.
And your number one.
My number
is...
one. This was an actual toss-up for me.
Okay.
I loved. I'm gonna say what the contender was. It was Days of Future Past.
Okay.
I love the X-Men. Love everything about the X-Men. So you can already tell.
Okay,
My number one.
number one.
Yes.
Yeah.
My number one is an X-Men movie. But the lack of one particular superhero, which is my favorite superhero of all
okay.
time, made Days of Future Past not my favorite movie.
Okay.
The movie I'm talking about is X2, X-Men United. Love that movie. Everything about it's perfect. Magneto is the greatest villain ever to hit the screen.
I gotta disagree with that.
Marvel.
Okay.
Marvel.
Okay.
I can be honest. Joker.
Ultron might take it next year.
He might.
Ultron might take it next year.
But my favorite hero was only in this movie. It's Nightcrawler.
He's only in this movie.
He's a German, Catholic, teleporting, blue demon.
Do you know who played Nightcrawler?
No.
The guy from Spy Kids, Alan Cumming. A Fruit Loop, whatever his name was.
The crazy dude?
Yeah, the one that creates all the thumb shit.
Oh, it is him.
That's him, Alan Cumming. And he said he did an interview. He said he hated putting on the makeup.
Yeah, because it was like a 7-hour process.
He loved playing the character.
And he did an amazing performance as Nightcrawler. The movie, I just love it. It's my favorite X-Men movie. It's my favorite comic book movie of all time. If I see it's on TV, I don't care what part we're at, I will jump in. I'll just be like, okay,
See,
I'm ready.
The rules of this, I was gonna put X2 on my list. It would have been, but my list would have been X-Men and
It would have just been X-Men movies and Batman
movies. Yeah, that was my list. That's why I said one film. So I had to choose between Days of Future Past and X-Men 2. But I just think, in my opinion, X-Men 2 is...
And I had to choose between Dark Knight Rises and The Dark Knight. And I would
The
go
internet's
with
gonna hate you for that, picking The Dark Knight Rises over The Dark Knight.
personal.
But that's our picks. I think The Dark Knight is the best comic movie. He thinks X-Men 2 is the best comic movie. What do you guys think? Great segue. What's your top 10 list of comic book movies of all time?
List your top 10, your top 3, your top 9.
Who do you think had the better list? Did I have the better list or did Dante have the better list?
And how many of you just want to do that to Zach?
Or to Dante?
See? You
Vote
can do
down
it in the
below.
comments.
Yes, and tell us your favorite comic book movies of all
Just
time.
don't dislike the video. Like the
Please,
video.
please don't dislike. We can't have children every time you dislike one of our videos.
Every time you dislike my video, my baby goes hungry. He's invisible.
I know, I heard. I saw it.
heard?
I heard your baby.
Yeah, your Billy.
Oh god, you threw Billy. Okay, we're gonna go now.
Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And, ladies and germs, have a good night.
See you guys.